I turned 18 my senior year of high school, and I took my mom's insurance card without telling her. And I took myself, I thought it was like an equilibrium in her ear
Sure.
problem. I went to an ENT. They were like, nope, you're all good, but thought something was wrong. I went, did a balance test, nothing there. They sent me to a neurologist. And this guy told me you either have a tumor on your cerebellum or you have a genetic disease. And so now I'm like rooting for the tumor, which is a pretty dark place to be.
Sure. Sure.
And hey, I'm funny now. It's fine.
I was gonna say, not to interrupt, but if anybody knows and watches your comedy, they know that you do have a dark side to your comedy. So it's all in good fun.
Right. Yeah. We're having a good time.
Yeah.
But I had to tell my mom what I had been doing because her insurance didn't pay for the MRI or genetic testing. So I had to beg her to pay for one of them. And I picked the genetic testing, and I remember she was like, okay, if I agree to pay for this, will you like drop this? And I was like, absolutely. She pays for it. It takes about 3 months for that stuff to come back. And I was right. I had a really rare form of MD called Friedreich's ataxia.
Okay.
Wow.
But I couldn't like understand the gravity of what that meant because I was just so excited to be right.
Mom.
I know, I was like, I told you.
Welcome, fellow lushes. Come on in, pull up a bar stool, and enjoy some cocktails with Dimples and the Beard.
Hey, fellow lushers, welcome back to another episode of Cocktails with Dimples and the Beard. Another beautiful woman tonight. This one is funny and talented.
Funny as fuck.
How funny is fuck?
It's getting some of you. If you watch me, pretty fucking funny.
I have. Stand-up comedian Fiona Cauley. Cauley. I gotta say that right.
I use that term,
Fiona
stand-up
Cauley.
comedian,
Loosely.
a little loosely. We'll find out shortly.
Why? Yeah. So
It'll all come together. Do us a favor, please. Hit that like button. Subscribe to us. Leave a comment. Best thing you can do for us, leave a comment. We will take anything you want. Obviously, you want to be nice.
tell Clifton.
We don't want you to be nice.
Tell Clifton French he's the queef of the year.
That his name?
Yeah. Tell Clifton French he's the queef of the year in our comments, please.
Yeah, Clifton fuckface. Dench.
Tell Sarah Jaree she's beautiful in our comments.
Just comment.
Just comment away. See you. Goodbye.
And the bottom line is, here on the podcast, we never leave a pretty lady waiting.
God damn, that was good. Good delivery. I liked it. Without further ado, what?
Or you can just go with it.
I like to rate and be the critic to your lines.
Usually it's criticizing.
Criticize. What's the
Critiquing.
constructive criticism? Without further ado, comedian Fiona Cauley. Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
We are great. Thank you
absolutely
so much.
fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course. Thank you for having me. I'm sorry my lighting is not very good. It's cold.
Do you have like a Christmas tree going on in the background or something?
No, I'm like obsessed with mood lighting, so I don't like own normal light bulbs.
Yeah.
I'm not a real adult, so
Neither are we, and we're 25 years older than you, so you're good.
fair, cool.
So tonight we're talking to Fiona Cauley, stand-up comedian, and I saw some of your clips on Instagram, and we love talking comedy, and every comedian who will come on, we're just thrilled that they're willing to talk to us. So thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Of course, have to be here.
So do your lights flicker as you talk, or as if you're just your mood?
Wait,
crouches you?
that might hold on.
Well, it's just fine. It's fine. I just wasn't sure.
That was my TV's on mute, but it's playing, and I think that's what it was. But I can't get them to flicker when I talk to my voice.
That's fantastic.
Okay.
I gotta give me some of those.
It's better than therapy. So
We had
Who needs therapy?
we had another guest on who was big into the well, I go to therapy.
We
So,
need therapy.
Yeah, so I go to therapy. We had another guest on who was into all the light bulbs too, and had his house all decked out in these colors of lights for moods and stuff. So
yeah, it's kind of a douchey thing to do, but we all get one.
if it works, it works. Yeah, we do all get one.
Perfect. So let's get into the Miss Stand-Up Comedian. Very funny stuff. We've got plenty of things to talk about that you're up to. What prompted you to get into comedy? Has it been a love of your passion as a child, or?
I mean, I always loved watching stand-up comedy, but I didn't, it didn't seem like an achievable thing that I could do. Honestly, a couple years ago, I was dating this guy, and I had gotten the idea, like, what if I went to an open mic and tried? And he told me not to, because I would be embarrassing to him and myself. So we broke up.
Okay, I was gonna say, I hope he's not the boyfriend anymore.
Thank you. Douchebags be gone.
Yeah, no room. I have lights. But yeah, so we broke up, and then that following Valentine's Day, it was a couple of months later, I got really drunk and tricked into going to my friend's like anti-Valentine's Day house party, and there was like 50 people there, and I saw the flyer when I got there, and it's had all the bands performing, and then it said stand-up comedian Fiona Cauley, and I was like, excuse me.
Wait, first of all, this is one hell of a house party. He's got comedians, bands. Wait, I want my invite for the next one.
I know, this was like in college, so
Jesus.
I know, but I was, shit-faced, and with my disease I have, it's progressive, so at this point I had a cane, but I couldn't stand for more than like 5 minutes. And so I sat in like a lazy boy chair, and these 50 people sat on the floor like story time.
Aw, that's perfect.
Yeah, so I did that. It went very well. I was like, I'll never do that again. That was very scary. And now I'm here. I kind of rebooted about a year ago. I actually tried it for real.
So when you saw your name, were you excited and pissed, or?
I was so mad, like so mad. Like, it was sweet she believed in me, but I hadn't written anything. Like, and I was in college with daddy issues, so it was not great. The speech was slurred. I just shit talked my ex. It was very Miss Maisel of me.
Yeah,
if you've seen the show, it was that vibe entirely. That was before Miss Maisel.
Okay.
Nice. So you took some time off after that when you didn't do it again for a while?
Yeah, I felt like that was like enough of like, I could tell people I've done it before. It's a good party story. That's fine. I'm good. And then about a year later, I was in a clinical trial in Atlanta. And when you do that, they pay for you and someone else to travel, stay, the food, all that. So naturally, I brought my friend, and we went bar hopping the night before I had to have all my blood taken out of me.
Perfect.
Wait, is this the same friend who put you on the flyer?
No, different friend. And I told her I wanted to go watch some comedy, and I'm like 3 martinis deep at this point. Like, something is wrong with me. I get still in college at this point. And we go to the punchline.
Oh, nice.
And someone didn't show up, so they were doing a bucket spot, and I didn't know what a bucket spot was.
I don't either. So could you explain that real quick?
Yeah, so it's where they pass around a bucket and you can put your name in if you want to try, and they draw a name, and if it's you have to get up there for like 4 or 5 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah, and she explained that, the host did, and my friend was like, and I was like, no, absolutely not. And she was like, okay, fine. And I went to the bathroom and came back. She's doing the drawing and they draw my fucking name.
Good friends. You got good friends.
So again, very drunk. I did very well though. It was weird. And then didn't do it again for 3 years.
oh
Wow.
wow. Okay. So where did the bug come from? So I assume now after 3 years, now you've been doing it for a year or so?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So where did the bug come back? How did you?
Another friend of mine, man.
You have
Different.
great friends.
I want to
I
hang with
do.
their friends.
They're very
Or-
pushy and very involved in my life. She was like, the pandemic had simmered down. I moved back to Nashville and she wanted me to go to an open mic because I had been saying I wanted to try it. She made me. I was sober this time for the first time, and that was terrifying.
Yeah, I can
But
imagine.
it went really well. I got booked after my first open mic. I got
Awesome.
booked on a show. I had never been paid, so that was wild.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
that's right there. Exciting to be paid for the first time for anything.
Are you originally from Nashville?
I am. I'm from Franklin, which is like a small town, 30 minutes south of here.
Okay. Do you live in Nashville now though? Are you right in the
Yeah,
city?
yeah,
Nice.
I'm right by the airport, which
Okay.
is,
We were just there in October, the first weekend of October. We were out there.
Oh,
So,
cool. And
yeah.
you guys are in
We're in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Never been out there before.
Well, you never know. We got a great club right in our town. So
Really?
yeah, Skyline Comedy Club is
Skyline.
right in Appleton.
Okay, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I was just
Cool.
there last weekend.
Oh, you went to see Mike's? Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just there. We like to frequent there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
See who we can
We were actually snag some of them. Yeah. We were actually when we were in Nashville, we went to Zany's a couple of nights. We went and seen to see Christina P. and Chase O'Donnell, and then we saw Dave Williamson. So
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Zane is great.
yeah, that's a cool club. I mean, you perform there quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a nice club.
You are there quite a bit. Are you part of a rotation or something there, or just whenever you're available?
I mean, so the way it works is at the beginning of every month you submit your availability via email to the booker. But it's fairly random. I'm never sure if I'm going to be there like 4 times in 1 month or not at all
Okay.
but like they have kind of a rotation, but it's really hard to understand like what the mechanics behind that or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah. How
sure.
they? Yeah. I got to know who is on your shirt.
Thank you.
Is it Elvis?
Thank you. I was just gonna ask.
It
Frank
is,
Sinatra.
yeah.
I'm like, that hair looks so familiar. I gotta know.
His mugshot.
You're a big Frank Sinatra fan?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I'm a huge Rat Pack fan.
Yeah.
Yes. My mom's side of the family is very Italian. Her last name
Perfect.
is Ciccone.
Oh boy. That's mob Italian.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we have like incredibly Irish on the other side. So
Oh, you're a great combination.
There you
man.
go.
lots of
Beat Irish.
mobs on both sides. It's pretty good.
Well, now we understand the drinking. So,
Yeah.
because
Honestly, I come by it honestly.
yeah, I'm Irish, so it's in my blood.
There's not like fights at the holidays and stuff between the Italians and the.
Oh no, my parents divorced a long ass time ago, so we got those fights out of the way when I was a kid.
It's so funny you said that because I was like, all right, I got to break in and I got to say, can you tell me who's on your shirt? Just before you said that, I was thinking the same thing because I thought it was one of the two. So, anyways, perfect. So Zanies, we enjoyed being there. And are they accommodating? How can we maybe we need to tell everybody just a little bit about yourself and your progression and your timeline, maybe of from when you're in high school and when you found out that you had MS. MD, I apologize. I apologize. I screw everything up. So if you watch any of the things, I screw everything up.
He does. It's why we don't let him say anybody's name. He will get it wrong.
Fair.
And what is the difference? And things like that, I guess, would be a good point to start.
Wait, what was the question?
So
when did you find out you had MD?
Okay, got it. So this is kind of insane, but okay. I was very athletic as a kid, like played volleyball, soccer, basketball, cross country, all of it. Loved it. Everyone was like, she's going to college on an athletic scholarship of some sort. And then I turned 15 and I knew something felt off, like I was just getting clumsier and clumsier. And I kept telling my mom I thought something was wrong. But my older sister had like medical issues that like scoliosis, stuff like that I never had. And she walked odd. And so when I said I think something's wrong, she thought I was being a middle child trying to get attention. So
no.
she was always like, shut up, we're tired of you trying to take your sister's thing, you know what I mean? So I thought I was crazy. Like 15 to 18, I spent like practicing walking straight in my room and I couldn't do it. I was gaslit pretty intensely.
Wow.
Like I would get like grounded for all of this, and like the principal at my school would smell my breath because they thought I was drunk. Like I was so confused.
Oh my God, yeah.
So I turned 18 my senior year of high school, and I took my mom's insurance card without telling her. And I took myself, I thought it was like an equilibrium in her ear problem. I went to an ENT. They were like, nope, you're all good, but thought something was wrong. I went, did a balance test, nothing there. They sent me to a neurologist. And this guy told me you either have a tumor on your cerebellum or you have a genetic disease. And so now I'm like rooting for the tumor, which is a pretty dark place to be.
Sure.
And hey, I'm funny now, it's fine.
I was gonna say, not to interrupt, but if anybody knows and watches your comedy, they know that you do have a dark side to your comedy. So it's all in good fun.
Right. Yeah. We're having a good time.
Yeah.
But I had to tell my mom what I had been doing because her insurance didn't pay for the MRI or genetic testing. So I had to beg her to pay for one of them. And I picked the genetic testing, and I remember she was like, okay, if I agree to pay for this, will you like drop this? And I was like, absolutely. She pays for it. It takes about 3 months for that stuff to come back. And I was right. I had a really rare form of MD called Friedreich's ataxia.
Okay.
Wow.
But I couldn't like understand the gravity of what that meant because I was just so excited to be right.
Mom.
I know, I was like, I told you.
Oh, worst thing ever to be right about. That's
Yeah, that was a big moment. So
I hope you grounded her.
I did. But the craziest shit. Sorry, am I not supposed to cuss on
Oh
this?
no, you can swear all you want, Liz.
Okay, I was like, wait, I didn't ask. Because everyone had said I was copying my sister for attention, after I was diagnosed, they were like, "Oh shit, what's wrong with her?" They tested her. She has the exact same thing I have, so we have the same disability, and that's why.
Wow.
Wow.
So what is the chance of this? Like the chance of both of you having this from the same family, and it's
I
gotta
think
be.
her and I both having it, the chances aren't that insane.
Okay.
But as getting this type is crazy because no one in my family history has ever had any kind of disability. So for generations, they were passing down the recessive gene of this very rare form of MD, and my parents both happened to carry it.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Isn't that wild?
That's ridiculous. Yeah. So I hear you say you're the middle child. What about your younger sister or brother?
Brother, my younger brother, able-bodied, but it's funny because he is a carrier of this. Obviously, that the Punnett square works.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how old is he? Is there a possibility that he could start to see symptoms?
He's 21, so
Okay.
yes, there is a possibility, but we're kind of like it like came on earlier for me than it did for my sister. You
Sure.
know what I mean? So with everyone, when it shows up, it's different. He's very clumsy, but not in really a concerning way. He just kind of doesn't know what to do with himself, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, he got away from it, you know.
Okay. But to go back to what you said, your mom, was kind of poo-pooing you off. That just goes along with it. I feel your pain because I'm a middle child. We are the forgotten child of all. We're the
Absolutely.
neglected child, are we not?
But if we call it out, we get yelled at for it. I'm like,
Exactly.
you made me this way. You could have stopped having kids.
Exactly.
Why wasn't I enough, Mom? God damn it.
That's what we have to live with.
I sorry, I'm the baby.
Yeah.
So.
See, you're the baby that gets everything. So
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. I would kill to be the baby.
It's a rough life, I tell you.
right. So after 18, you find out you're like, haha, Mom, I'm right. And then it sets in.
I'm right.
I'm right. Fuck.
Well, it literally did not really set in for me for a couple of years, honestly. Like, I find out it's the summer before I go to college. And now I'm in college. I'm still walking, but like you would think I was drunk. I would get stopped walking constantly by the cops and stuff. Which I thought was fun because I liked for them to breathalyze me and get very confused. But it was like this fun, like quirky thing. Like I thought it made me like cute and different, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a cane probably my junior year of college, and then a walker my senior year.
Okay. Did you like pimp out the cane or anything? Get like
I
a
had
diamond?
probably 16 different canes,
Nice.
and they all were for different outfits. Like I was very coordinated. That was my favorite era. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose you can't have 16 wheelchairs because they're like to go with your outfits. That's going to get a little expensive.
I do have 3.
Okay.
Okay.
And as long as we're talking about the chair, your Halloween outfit was top notch. Did you see the picture of the electric chair? That's fantastic.
Thank you.
I hope you were somewhere where there was a contest or something, and you.
I did win 2 contests this Halloween.
As you should.
I feel pretty good about that. It did piss off a couple people, but like.
And when you do things like that, do you? I mean, it brings you joy to get people's reactions, but do you? The different reactions you get, how
Oh man,
are they mostly positive? I hope.
Generally, when I make jokes about it, mostly positive. A lot of people have told me they're like scared to laugh,
Sure.
but I understand that, but like in an environment of like you're at a comedy show.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? I think that's kind of ridiculous. And I finally have gotten comfortable acknowledging how frustrating that is. Like when I hear "oh" instead of laughter, because I know the joke is funny.
Right. Right. Yeah, and they're like, if there was an able-bodied comedian, they'd be laughing. So yeah, I get it. I mean,
Right, like an able-bodied comedian making fun of disabled people is fun. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't know. That's really fun for me, and that's kind of like I'm trying to like put myself in the public eye, I guess, to like work on normalizing like being disabled, because I am the only minority group anyone can join at any time. So
that's a good point. Hadn't thought of it.
Nope. Didn't. Yeah, me either. Nope.
Do you know of Michael Lair, who's on the Kill Tony show? Do you watch Kill Tony at all?
I've seen a little bit, but
He's a comedian with ALS, and he's such an inspiration because he's close to passing. He was in Portland for an assisted suicide and changed his mind, but he comes on every once in a while on the Tony show, and it's fantastic to watch it, and he's funny as hell. Like it's hilarious. So
okay, Michael Lair.
Yeah, Leher, yeah, he's a funny dude. So, and then you created a web series, Capable, which is nice, short little. You can watch it really easily, really quickly. Short little, fun little snippets. I'm assuming you're trying to educate people of what it's like to live with a disability, and
well, what I like about it is that the situations you pick are just everyday situations, but for you, and you make it with a twist of funny, which are funny.
Thank you. I did that before I started doing comedy. So like,
okay.
today I just like raw dogged comedy isn't really fair, because I have been like writing comedically for a long time, doing Capable. I would love to keep doing that, but it's really difficult. You have so many moving parts, and like all the equipment and the money I put into it.
So say, how much time goes into creating a 3-minute episode?
Yeah, and people that you have to get involved.
Yeah.
Right. It's like 12 to 16-hour days to like get like half of one done. Like it's insane, but it's a lot of fun. If it would have picked up more, I probably would put more effort into it, and maybe one day I can.
Yeah, I hope you get the opportunity to bring it back, because it's great. I really love the one, and I messaged you about your sister's tattoos after I watched the one with you and your sister fighting over where the Fritos are supposed to go.
Yeah.
I also listen to some of your More Than Capable podcasts with your sister, and I hope that comes back, because the dynamic you two have is fantastic. I love how you rip on each other just relentlessly.
I want to bring the podcast back. That is much more doable. It's funny. I started these things when I was dating a different person.
Did he help you with it? Was he involved? Is that why it was?
Yeah, he was a videographer.
Gotcha.
Or is. Yeah. I didn't kill him or anything.
Well,
don't admit it on the podcast.
Yeah, no, I'm innocent. Okay?
If he just happens to be passed,
right.
He knows nothing about it.
Girl in a wheelchair. Okay.
How could I possibly?
And so yeah, it's funny. This isn't what you guys asked, but like the difference, like dating as a disabled person is so bizarre, and no one like teaches you how to navigate those waters. And I think about the guy I was dating that was like, no, don't do comedy. I had to never speak about my disability to him. It made him very uncomfortable, and he would get angry. So I would minimize it constantly.
Wow.
This guy was like, really obsessed with how my disability made him look.
Oh, like look what I'm doing for you. Look what I'm doing.
Oh,
What a great guy I am.
Right. That's like white knight, and I'm like, that's not the case. So that was hard because Capable got a little messy because he was filming it, and then we broke up, and he got very angry that I continued doing it on my own.
Well, that's guys.
We suck.
We kind of suck.
I'm keeping my words in.
And I guess in my opinion, that'd be a funny, not to make fun of it, but your dating world. How is your dating world since you've become, are you on dating apps? And my question is, I'll let you answer that, and then I got a follow-up question.
Okay. Yes, I'm on an embarrassing amount of dating apps. I don't really know why, because I don't know. I think people think that it would be difficult for me to find someone that would want to be with me because of the chair. That is not the case. I have like really weird standards, and I think that's what's going on. But
Sure.
yeah, dating apps are weird. There's a lot of like fetish site. I can't say that word. Fetishizing.
Fetish shot.
A lot of fetishes. Well, that was one of my follow-up questions is, do you get people with fetishes for
Constantly.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a redhead with glasses and a wheelchair. Like, what other boxes do I need to
Oh my god! I was gonna say, you really don't need to be on dating apps because I see all the creepy messages that you get in your DMs. My favorite is the guy who's like, "You need to delete everybody, but I'll take you out." Like,
no, and then he goes, "By the way, have you ever been on a Harley?"
and I'm assuming we're only seeing the tip top of what you.
I'm protecting everyone as if you're all my children, and I'm only showing you what you can handle.
Oh, well,
it's gotta suck being a woman
Yeah.
on social media. I just can't.
As men out there, I apologize.
Believe it or not, we don't get the same messages. We don't get anything like that.
Yeah, I would love to do like a direct comparison of like a man's DMs and a woman's DM.
Oh God.
Yeah, there is no comparison.
You're right. There is no comparison.
Yeah, and it's only gotten. That's the one thing about like, not saying I'm like well known, but like in Nashville, people are starting to figure out that I do comedy, I guess. And I was not prepared for like all of the, I guess, sexualization just of me as a person. Like, it's rarely about my comedy or what I'm trying to like express to people.
Yeah, sure.
It's always about what I look like, and I'm like, okay, all right.
Do you ever try and like dumb yourself down at all and look a little like on stage? I mean, no, I'm saying this is an honest question because you're saying you get sexualized based on your looks and stuff. Do you ever, like, when you go on stage, you ever just like, I'm not gonna put on makeup, I'm not, you know what I mean, just so it's not that?
That's a really good idea. I haven't done that because I think like subconsciously I've been kind of battling with like, okay, so an able-bodied woman could do that, go out in her sweatpants and no makeup, whatever, and people will be like, oh, she's just comfortable.
Yeah.
But I'm in a wheelchair, so people are gonna think I'm homeless.
Or given up. You've given up.
Right. And I'm like, if I have an empty cup in my hand, it's game over. But no, I should try that. But so many of my jokes are about, I can't be like, because I'm a hot person in a wheelchair and not look hot. Like, that would be insane.
Because yeah, the worst thing about the wheelchair is you're hiding your great ass. Isn't that one of them?
Right. And they'll be like, no one wants to see it. Like that's bad for business.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I guess when you're playing into it, you gotta kind of have to stay with it. So.
But I'm gonna try that at some point. That's a good idea.
And you looked at me like I was an idiot.
I just want to know where you're going with it. That's fine. That's fine. It all works.
There's always a plan.
There is. That is for sure. Do you have through the years from when you were when all this started? So now, do you have the same group of friends? Do you find some friends fell off, some gained some friends? How do you judge your real friends?
Oh man.
Not to get deep, but
no, that's like a very relevant question to my life right now. I had to end two friendships that I'd had them in my life for like about a decade.
Oh.
And it's interesting how transparent things become when you're able to like get into parties you weren't able to get into before, or like get free tickets to blah 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 or whatever it is. And
Yeah.
again, I'm not famous, I'm no one, but like the way these people started treating me or saying shit to me, I just couldn't have it. And so I had to end a couple, and it's brought me closer to the people that I know have always valued me. And it's not like, oh, I've become shinier to them now, so they want to be, closer. And also, yeah, new friends in comedy. I keep thinking, I feel like open mics are just like being a comedian. The friends that you make, it's kind of like AA. Like
okay.
like you would have never run into these people in a different circumstance. Like the age gaps, the where you're from, where I'm from, like all this stuff is so insane, but we have like comedy in common. And so I'm like, I've made probably like 10 really great friends in comedy that I'm
That's
just
great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
really
And
happy about.
Nashville has a really nice comedy scene too. So it's not, I mean, you're in a good area for comedy.
Oh yeah.
So when you go on tour and go places, obviously I'm going to assume you have to, I don't want to say an entourage with you, but do you bring a core group of friends along to help you with everything?
I
I'm
have
not saying you need the help.
canceled.
It was going to happen eventually.
Yeah.
No, why not tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew we were pressing our luck tonight.
No, so I haven't like scheduled or gone on an official tour yet. Like I've traveled and I've
Yeah.
always had like a friend with me, but my best friend in comedy who I didn't know a year ago. You know what I mean? Like
Wow.
it's funny. His name is Corey Knox. He's a comedian in Nashville also.
Huh.
And he played for the Buffalo Bills. So he's a big dude. And I met him at the first open mic I did here because they wanted to not worry about getting me on the stage and wanted me just to stay in my chair near it, which pissed me off because I wanted to go on stage like
Heck
everyone
yeah.
else. And Corey came up, doesn't know me, never met me, and was like, "Do you want me to carry you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he carried me like a baby and put me in the chair. And that has been every time. And he's
Aw.
like my best friend, and we travel a lot together because he's hilarious and
Yeah.
he
Okay.
goes all over. So yeah, I'm lucky to have him because without him, like I was just in the Red Clay Comedy Festival in Atlanta.
Okay.
Oh, yep. So I know you traveled a little bit. Yeah.
Right, and Corey came with me, and they actually ended up putting him on shows. He didn't apply to the festival, but yeah. So it's kind of just like one strong man is what I need. What I need with me. But yeah.
So was it refreshing when he just said, you just wanted to bring you up there as everybody else was thinking it, but didn't want to approach you with that, but that's what you needed.
Yeah, it was very evident that Corey always saw me as a person. You know what I mean? Which is it's sad, but that's really rare.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? And
Well,
I can't
Go ahead.
sorry. I'm not to like be on a high horse because I've been able-bodied before and I never had a single thought about disabled people. Like I was not always like inclusivity, blah blah blah. So like I understand not knowing enough to know how to act.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the big thing for a lot of people is just not knowing, you know, and that was one that like what type of advice do you give to people as part of this? Like how, you know, how what is the right way? You know?
Right. You know, it's really simple. And I get asked this all the time. Like people ask, you know, I want to be helpful, but like, how do I know? I'm an adult. I will ask if I need help. So, like, never on your own manhandle a disabled person. You know, and you'd be shocked how often that happens. But just like they will ask, you know what I mean? If they ask, do it. Like help them. But otherwise don't touch them. Just like any other human, don't touch their chair. Because those are my legs. I get very angry, you know.
Oh, okay.
Well, one of your on your Capable series, you had that helper that was one of the funniest is where she was like, ask or like, I'm gonna do this for you, and you're like, no, you know,
I can do that one.
I can do that, and don't touch me. And that was one of the funniest, I thought. She came, you asked for cups. I think it's called cups.
Oh my God, that's my friend that forced me to do the mic in Nashville. That's Jocelyn, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Perfect.
That's so funny. Yeah, don't do that.
Watch that one, and now you know what to do, what not to do.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's with the whole series. That's what, you know. There's other things in there too. I love the dating one too, where the guy tells you look like Fiona from Shrek.
If you were dropped by Farquaad.
Yeah.
What now was that? Is that where your parents got the name? What that had to have been around the time? No.
Oh my God. So I'm a crazy person. You know this.
Starting to get that. Yeah.
So I legally changed my first name when I was 18.
Oh, okay.
I went by Fiona since I was like 12 though. And okay, so my birth name, I guess, was Lauren.
Oh, all right. You look more like a Fiona.
You do look like Fiona.
Yeah, my mom fucked up. I fixed it. It's fine. No, she wanted to name me Fiona. My dad was like, no, she'll do drugs like Fiona Apple. And
she'll do drugs because her name is Fiona?
It's a leap, but he felt that logic was sound.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's an attorney and she tried to change it when I was young and he shut that down real quick, so I just went by Fiona.
Okay. I know something about that. I did the same myself, but it was my last name. I went by it for years and then legally changed it after many, many years.
Wait, you had a different last name?
My birth name was different than it is today.
Hell yeah.
He's a criminal.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, there were reasons I had to do it.
Yeah.
From states. It's a completely different reason, but whatever. No, I did so I went by a last name for many, many years and then legally changed it after a while.
Oh, okay, I see. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah.
My mom, like a maiden name. I didn't just make one up. There was something behind it.
Mine was kind of made up. Everyone's like, was it Fiona from Shrek? And I like to be like, I was born before that movie, but maybe.
I don't think you probably were.
Yeah, I'm like, that's why I'm like, the age, I'm like, maybe that was around that.
I think I was like 9 when it came out.
Oh,
I'm
Really?
26.
Okay.
that movie's got to be older than 15 years old, isn't it?
Yeah.
16.
Oh my God, am I full of shit right now?
I don't know.
Maybe.
We don't have a producer to Google this for us, so we'll never know. We're a small budget podcast here. We can't Google and podcast at the same time.
I watched that movie with my 32-year-old son, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well.
As a kid, when he was a kid.
Yeah.
All right. We'll fact check this and put it in the notes.
Oh my God.
And you know what?
We're
In the end,
wasting a lot of time on what
it
you're
doesn't
correct.
fucking matter
It
in the
doesn't.
end.
It doesn't.
You look like a Fiona and you're a beautiful Fiona.
I do know that Fiona Apple was pretty popular back. Well, not 26. No. Nah, not 26 years ago.
You're wasting a lot of
I
time
know.
with.
I know. I was trying to make a connection.
It's a beautiful name.
It is a beautiful name. I do love Fiona Apple too, just so.
Me too. And I do drugs now, so he was right.
I did want to touch on because you're Irish.
Yeah.
And you drink. And not to assume, but you drink. And we talk about getting, drinking in college and how that affects before and after, I guess is what I'm saying. So you drink now still, correct?
Yeah. Like, how is that with my disability?
Yeah. Is it is it react to it quicker? Does it bring you balance?
It's the opposite.
Like the opposite? Or
it's like I'll have one drink and my brain is like, I've had one drink, I'm fine, but my body stops listening. So it is definitely like, if I've had a sip of alcohol, I won't drive.
Oh,
because my body's reaction time slows down so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, drinking is definitely more dangerous the more disabled I get. But I am the life of the party, so I can't like give up on it.
They need me.
well, there are a lot of the capable that have to deal with drinking, so that's where.
Right. Huh?
Are you a marijuana user?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that kind of bring you anything? I mean, do you?
Yeah, so I have like pretty bad muscle spasms at nighttime.
Okay.
And so I smoke before bed, but I have to have like peed and done, like I need to be in a place where I don't have to get up again, And then I'll smoke and I can sleep through the night, no pain, no nothing. So I use it very medicinally. I can't smoke in a social setting because I hate everyone when I'm high.
So you're just using an indica just to get yourself to sleep, and okay, nice. Does it? I forgot what I was going to ask because I'm high too. God damn it! I had something good. Go ahead. That happens.
It does. I noticed that with him. So your relationship with your sister, do you find it, how is it now? I mean, you guys bond with your podcast. Would you bring it back with her?
Yeah, I would. I think her perspective has a lot of value. There is no one else that would give me shit the way she will.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. I mean, she has become like every year she becomes more important to me. Because this is a really weird, rare thing, and she's the only person in the world that understands me without me having to explain anything.
Yeah, for sure.
She doesn't drink though, so she definitely worries about me with the whole.
I was gonna say she does have there's a great story. She has a great story that you guys talk about in the first episode of your podcast. I'm not gonna tell it, but I would advise everybody to go listen. It's a fascinating story.
Which the podcast is called More Than Capable.
More Than Capable, yes.
Which is like a dozen episodes you have out there, something like that. So perfect. So she's older. How older is much older is she than you?
She is 4 years and 4 days older than me.
Perfect.
Well,
so she's 30 now. And where are you two when it comes to the progression of the MD?
So my sister is a lot better at like taking care of herself than I am. Like she very actively goes to like physical therapy and gets strengthening massages and takes vitamin, you know what I mean? She's an adult.
And you don't want to listen to her because she's your
No,
sister?
I'm good. No, but she's been in this clinical trial that I dropped out of when I was 20 because I'm an idiot. And she has gotten to the phase of the trial where it's open label, so she gets to take these pills every day. And the goal that they found it's working is to stop the progression.
Oh, wow.
So my sister is the same as me, and she's 4 years older.
Wow.
Yeah.
So someday you may say, "Hey, I'll follow my sister's footsteps."
I mean,
but for now,
pills became available, I would take them. It's just, something's wrong in my head. Like I don't like helping myself or something. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not in therapy. She is, so.
Well, you're a comedian and she's not. There's the difference.
that's your therapy.
Yeah, you get it all out on stage. So
Exactly. I just don't want to hear the response, you know.
So I gotta know. We just had Ariel Elias on the podcast. She was the comedian in New York who had a heckler throw a beer can at her. I don't know if you saw the video of it, but anyway, I wonder if you ever had any bad heckler experiences.
No, and
Good.
I want one. I'm so angry. I'm like, I call the crowd a pussy. I do my best to piss them off, and they won't do anything. Like I'm ready.
You want to? Do you want to put us in as like we'll fake it? Yeah. We could do it.
Yeah, the crowd would revolt and carry you out though.
I was gonna say we might get our asses kicked, but
that's all right. That's all right.
If it's good for comedy, it works.
We're up for it. We're willing to do that.
We can all go viral together.
Well, online I get a lot of hate comments. If that means anything.
And we're gonna have to put aside. I don't understand it, but it's a reality. How do you handle? Do you respond to them or you just delete them?
No, she shows them to all of us. It's
besides
great.
The ones that you show, you got to get more than you show.
Yeah, well, so I really hadn't had the experience of hateful comments on my videos or anything until a month or so ago. I had a couple of videos go viral, and the red pill guys found me.
Yes, they did.
Not happy. I mean, if you go and look at the comments on the video of me at the laughing skull with the skull in the background, can't say that word, skull.
Skull? Is that a Nashville accent you got going?
Is that what's happening to me?
Well, I don't know.
I just said everywhere.
Like school?
School.
Skull? Okay. But people are very angry, and TikTok I get the same, but it just drives up engagement. My sister actually, I don't respond to comments like that because I think, eventually they'll fight each other. That's just how reality works.
True.
But my sister is very protective over me, and she almost got banned from Instagram because she was responding to all of the hateful comments and saying "kill yourself."
What's your sister's name again?
Miranda.
Miranda. All right. We're gonna start a hashtag free Miranda. Let her back, damn it.
It's just easy. Yeah, just kill yourself. Just done. Kill yourself.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, she was like trying to find creative ways around them figuring out what she was saying, and she was like, maybe you should consider your wife.
Yeah.
Well, she puts it nicely.
You know, it's one of those things though. Like, it sucks that you get the hate, but I wish we were big enough to get the hate comments. You know, like, yeah, it's the trade-off, you know, like
It is. And I think I've tried to stop reading all the comments because at first it was really getting to me, and then I was like, I don't know any of these people, and I've never cared what people thought of me that don't know me.
right.
Which is
So-
obvious for you to, to continue on the way you are. You don't give a fuck what everyone says,
And why would you?
which is a beautiful way to live life.
Thank you. It's the only way, you know.
It really is.
It is.
So and it's up to you, but what you said, you're kind of prepared. So if you had an audience member that did say, "You suck, get off," how would you respond to them?
I'd be like, they're like, get up here and help me get off.
I can't do this by myself.
No, you could pick me up if you wanted to, or I'm gonna call Corey back out here, and you're gonna.
All right.
You gotta deal with him.
And carry me, okay?
And I mean, obviously, some hecklers aren't going to bother you. You don't seem to be afraid of much. I saw the pictures of you hang gliding. What other crazy shit have you done?
Holy fuck!
Oh man, I won a lot of contests in college for keg stands. I'm very
I wonder where you were going with that. I thought you won a contest to go hang gliding.
I'm tired. I wrecked my car into a cemetery one time.
Whoops.
Cemetery? Did you say?
I hydroplaned into,
Were you sober at the time?
I was. It was during the day. It was. I promise. Scout's honor.
I believe you. Who gets drunk during the day?
Nope.
I've given myself 2 black eyes trying to jump a curb in my wheelchair. I was very drunk both of those times. Never successful. I'll keep trying though. Perseverance.
There you go.
Wait, now, like, to jump a curb, is that like, I used to be a skateboarder, so is that like you just kind of pull yourself up?
I was trying to I was going as fast as I could, and then you kind of lean back on the weight, and
and it didn't work.
I used to skateboard too.
So you got it. You got it.
So you're trying to ollie up the curb.
Yeah.
Nice. Have you like skydived or anything else in the air?
No, I am really down to though.
Yeah?
I thought about it, but it's kind of expensive to
Oh.
shoot
Sure.
something like that.
What?
I would do it if someone else paid for it for sure.
All right, we'll start the GoFundMe.
So do you have a list of things that you just want to take care of? Your bucket list?
Man, I don't actually have a real bucket list, but it's probably full of traveling. I mean, I want them to cure me, and I want to go back. Like, I spent 6 months in Scotland when I was in college.
Nice.
Fun.
Yeah, I'm a wealthy white kid, so I did study abroad.
White privilege. It's great.
Yes, through and through.
Well, we knew Dad's an attorney. We know you got money to
Yeah, well, none of it came from him. My mom is a powerhouse.
All right.
Good for her. Good for her. Step up, Dad.
Was that actually your mom in the TikTok video you posted yesterday?
Yes, we don't look related at all.
You do not.
Well, she kind of, I mean, that thing hit 1 million views. So, like, your mom's going to be.
I know. And I was like, thank God I didn't tag her because that girl would get canceled so fast.
Love your mom already.
You're right.
I'm already in love with her.
Yeah, she is a 5'10" Italian woman. I
She
don't
ain't,
know what
ta-
happened.
she ain't taking no shit.
No, not anytime.
Good
So
for her.
I gotta go back to the hang gliding. How did you end up hang gliding? And how did it go?
So actually, that was like a birthday present, maybe from my sister, which is, I think she was trying to fuck with me, but I was stoked about it. Yeah, that I was nervous, but instead of having to jump off the cliff, we were able to we were tied to a thing from the ground. And it
Oh,
went up. And so it really was just cool and less scary than anything. Coming down was scary because I had to hold my legs up.
yeah.
Okay. I was going to ask about the landing. That
I mean, depending on the day, I don't, you know what I mean?
You don't know if that's gonna be how that's gonna go for you.
I was actually late for a first date with the dude I made capable with hang gliding, and he thought I was full of shit because I was like, I was hang gliding. I'm sorry.
I can see how you'd be like, okay,
Well,
you
I
just
just
you want to
showed
cancel our
up.
date? Go ahead. All right, you don't have to make up lies.
I Photoshop myself into this whole thing.
I mean, to be fair, that's an excuse I would never believe from anybody. I was hang gliding.
Right,
No, no, you weren't.
a little ridiculous, but it's on brand. I'm not.
Well, it's awesome that you're enjoying life as you should, because we all should.
Exactly, and I
I gotta
always
tell.
have a seat, which is nice.
What's that? I'm sorry.
I
I
always have
interrupted
a
you.
chair. There's no bar too crowded for me not to sit down in. So.
That's true. That's a benefit. And I was just going to say, as long as you're in Nashville, we have a friend of ours, Raylan Nelson, who does a podcast in Nashville, and she's a musician, and her and her bandmate do podcasts with comedians. So it's musicians talking to comedians, and they do it right at the Willie Nelson museum there in Nashville. So,
Oh wow,
you guys should get connected, and you'd be great on her podcast.
That's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That'll be fun.
yeah.
Or even as the TV station down there.
Oh yeah.
There's the TV station down there that does comedy shows.
Mhm.
Who was telling us about that?
Anna Manis.
Yes, Anna Manis. That's right.
Yeah, she's in that.
Nashville?
Yeah. There's like a public television station or something where she does like a stand-up and laugh show. So she does they roast the holidays. So
Okay.
yeah, she just did a comedy show where they bashed on Christmas, and now they got one coming up for Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, which would be perfect.
That's right up my alley.
Right. I feel like you got some stories for that one.
Yeah. I might be more jaded than I was, so this could be good.
So what you're saying is the man thing is not going well these days. You don't have any positive news right now.
No, unfortunately, I started respecting myself recently. So,
Sorry, boys.
yeah, it's made that hard.
Yeah, it's a little harder to get those quality fellows when you.
Yeah. So, hopefully I'll stop respecting myself at some point, get back at it. But for now, I'm under a heated blanket in my house with cool lights. It's all good.
That's true. The cool lights, we got them, which is awesome.
Are you? I saw you smoke a little bit. Is that already the indica? Are you going to be napping out on us here
Oh
pretty
my
soon?
God, no! I'm a professional. I would literally fall asleep right here. No, this is nicotine. I used to be a heavy smoker.
Oh, really?
It's hard to go outside, so I smoke inside.
You adapt.
I suppose, yeah.
You adapt with the
goddamn smoking laws.
I'm a survivor. Yeah.
For sure.
Which is true. We can make fun as you want, but you are. It seems like you are, and we appreciate you for that.
Yeah, thank you so much. We'll let you go and have that indica, and
Enjoy your evening.
Appreciate
So
that.
thank you so much. Promote whatever you want to promote.
I will be at Zany's in Nashville on January 31st for Amber and Friends.
Perfect.
I'm
Okay. You're a friend.
I think that's it. Follow me on Instagram.
And
Yeah,
TikTok.
Fiona Cauley. Yeah, they're both just my name with no space.
Perfect. Easy to find.
Yes.
Absolutely. And check out your
Yeah.
YouTube channel, Capable, the
Yeah.
series, because
Go watch
it's
Capable.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
do other things.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. This was a lot of fun.
I had a lot of fun. Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
anytime.
It's a pleasure getting to know you.
Pleasure to get to know you.
All right. Have a good night.
Have a great evening.
Bye, you too.
Thank you for listening. The tavern is closed for now, but we'd love to have you back for more fun next time. Seriously, though, get your asses out of here.